Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been forever since I did a video and I have quite a few updates to give everybody. Today we are first going to be doing the last week of November's cash unstuffing, and then I'm going to do a quick story time intermission, so feel free to jump through that if you're just here for the cash stuffing and unstuffing. And then after that, I am going to have a double cash stuffing for the first 2 weeks of December, since we're already almost in the third week. So, we've got a lot to get through today. Thank you for tuning in. I have missed you guys. I cannot wait to get back into the routine for a couple weeks before I go on my trip. Also going to do at the end of the video the big reveal of where we are going for our anniversary in January. So stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, so going to stay strictly to business in the cash unstuffing and stuffing parts, and like I said, we'll have a brief intermission where I go into story time. So okay, so today's cash unstuffing, we are going to start off with our sinking funds like we always do. But first, because I always forget this, we are going to get a little bit of change from our $1 challenge. So let me just grab that right now. I don't think I'm going to need a ton. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to do 10 in ones and see if that carries us through. Famous last words. Okay, so first up is gas. And today we are going to be unstuffing $110. So 100, 5, and 10. And then this 4 I'm going to sweep for my savings challenges in December. Groceries, we are going to take out $27. So here we go with 30. And we will get 3 back. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to sweep. Eating out is going to take out $86 total. So right here I have 50, 65, and 66. And I'm going to take $20 out of my wallet for eating out. Okay. Next up is going to be car insurance. So this is going to be one of the stories. We are going to be taking out all of it. So 241, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, and 1. And that is it for our sinking funds. I'm going to next go to my wallet again. I mentioned in a previous video that for the month of November, I was saving up some of my gratitude and kindness so that I could make one lump donation. A couple of my cousins were having a birthday fundraiser, so this money went to Doctors Without Borders. So 20, 40, 20, I wish, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, next up is going to be the investment binder for kids. So this is another one that gets swept. So $50 gift card to Old Navy that I got by redeeming points on the Fetch Rewards app. So this was an Old Navy gift card that went to some underwear and a bunch of pants. And then we're going to unstuff $47. So we'll just do, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm sweeping this. So 50, and then we'll get 3 ones back. And then that's it for the investment binder. My husband's binder is next. Let's see, that's the best way to do that. All right, so out of his personal, we are taking $10. Anybody have a guess what he spent this money on? If you've been here a while, you would be right. It is fast food. I don't know if it was a McDonald's or a Jimmy John's, but fast food. All right, next one is going to be business. So his first business, we're taking out $27 today. So I'll be 40. We'll get back 13. So 1, 2, 3, and a 10. I'm not counting this right now because we will be stuffing in just a few minutes. Business number 2 is going to be unstuffing $33. So we'll do 20, 30, and 5. He will get $2 back. This is for a website domain fee, I believe. All right, that is it for him. And then finally, the last envelope is going to be my laser. So I have 2 more months of laser before that subscription is done. I'm pretty excited for that. I've been really happy with the results. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230. So all we need to unstuff is $229, so we will get $1 back to sweep. All right, and that is it for all the unstuffing. We are going to immediately take out the $10 that I put in for ones. I always forget to do that, and then when I count up everything, it's off, and I always ask myself why. So we will put that $10 back into the $1 challenge. And then let's see, so here's all of our swept money, which I will count at the end. Okay. And so then this should be $850. Let's see if it works out, not counting the gift card. So 150, 250, 70, 90, 310, 30, 50, 70, 90, 410, 30, 50, 70, 90, 510, 30, 50, 70, 90, 610, 30, 50, 70, 90, 710, 30, 50, 70, 80, 90, 800, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So $850 is what will go back to the bank to pay off my credit card. And then what we're sweeping is 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $200. So that'll be $200 and a pretty nice chunk of ones. I think it's like 15. Will be going in during our savings challenge stuffing on the 3rd week of December. All right, so now we're going to transition into story time. So first up, I think I said some of this maybe in my very last video, but my husband hit a deer on the way up to the bed and breakfast on the way for Thanksgiving. So we were dealing with insurance throughout the holiday. We were also not at our home, so that was, they, totaled the car. They took the car up in Michigan, and then we live in Illinois. So we were dealing with all of that back here. We did not need to have a car for him for, I think, the first couple weeks. And then we ended up doing a rental because we wanted to give ourselves enough time to shop for a car. And then we also wanted to work at buying a car at the end of the month. So we couldn't quite do it in November. It was just way too soon. We didn't know for sure at that point how much money we were getting back from the insurance company. And then now we've been shopping in December and are going to plan to buy probably the last, after Christmas before New Year's. So it's a bit of a bummer because our car was fully paid off. And now we will most likely finance at least part of it with the plan of paying it off quickly. Sometimes we do get more incentives if you are able to finance for a minimum number of months. Always talk to your car dealer. We like to go in if we were planning on financing with an offer already, independent, usually through a credit union. But sometimes because they have their different quotas for getting financing and stuff, they are able to maybe give you something that's like, more cash off up front, as long as you carry, a financing balance for a minimum number of months. Sometimes it's like 6 months. Usually it's not too bad, 6 months to a year that you have to actually be on the finance plan, and then you can just pay it off. So We're kind of playing with our different options. We do have the option to just pay in cash, but again, we're going to see if there's any additional money that they take off and just kind of crunch the numbers and see what works for us. So that's story number one. Story number two is my mom was going on a trip right after Thanksgiving with an old friend of hers to go to Europe to see the Christmas markets. And they were very excited. It was going to be kind of a girls' trip. They were part of a tour that was kind of arranged by somebody in where I grew up. Took people on tours all the time. He was a foreign language teacher. We used to take his students in high school every year, and then he has other trips that he plans because he loved to travel. So it was one of those. And my mom's friend had already gotten on a trip to Egypt with him as part of his little tour group, private tour group. So everything was planned. They were going to go. And the first day they get there, my mom has an accident where somebody ended up falling backwards on an escalator at a train station onto my mom and broke her femur. So we get a call from my mom in the hospital saying that, the very first day she's there, her friend's with her at the hospital. They're trying to figure out the hospital system there, which ended up being fine and amazing, but she didn't speak much of the language there because she was part of a tour group that was going to do, handle a lot of the logistics for her. So we had to figure out very quickly who was going to go over. Of course, my passport was expired. I was just about to send it off to get expedited because I have my own trip coming up, and ended up reaching out to my congresswoman, whose office was phenomenal, explained the whole situation to them. They were able to ask the State Department if I could get an appointment. So they help facilitate. They can't promise anything. So if you are ever in a bind where there's like a health emergency or definitely life or death emergencies, always contact your congressperson's office, because a lot of times they can't guarantee, or, it's not like a magic wand that they can wave, but they can ask on your behalf to see if there's an appointment that you can get into to expedite your passport. All the fees are the same for an expedited passport. So anyways, we sent my dad over there immediately, and both my parents are in their 70s. So my dad used to travel a lot for business, but he hadn't done it in quite a while, probably 20 years. And every trip we've taken since he's retired, my husband and I kind of always handled the logistics and made sure that they knew where they were going. And so, I always kind of say, as my parents got older, there's fewer and fewer things that they needed to worry about. And so traveling was one of those. They just kind of got driven to wherever. We would just make the arrangements and they just showed up, right? So there was a lot of anxiety on my part and my oldest brother's part on, how are we going to get my dad to the, we knew he was going to get to the airport just fine, but then how is he going to get to the airport to where the hospital was, which was about 45-minute drive from the main airport hub. So we did Uber. I, pre-saved the address, told him as soon as you get there, just click your saved address. Thankfully, he was going to Germany, where there are a lot of people who are not only very helpful, but also pretty conversant in English, especially in some of the service industries such as Uber. So he said he had a wonderful driver who helped him, get to where he needed to go, and ended up taking him to the hotel first, which was a block away. I booked the hotel before he left, so he had all the paperwork. And he ended up getting there basically right when my mom was coming out of surgery. And then I was able to get my passport expedited, and I was able to get over there essentially a couple days after she was out of surgery and was essentially ready to be discharged from the hospital. So I got there right on that at that point. Went and found another hotel that would be handicap accessible for her to be able to recover in for a couple days before we made the trip home. We did have travel insurance for her, which, thank God, in hindsight, we have never, ever purchased travel insurance in our life. This was like the one time she thought, hey, maybe I should. Thank God she did, because they covered the hotel, they covered flights back, they are working with the hospital to pay all the bills, I think my mom paid some money up front, and then the insurance is going to refund her. So it was a really horrible situation. She was in a ton of pain. Obviously, she didn't go on any of her trip, but where we were staying, we were able to go to take her in a wheelchair to the local Christmas markets there, which she enjoyed. And then my dad and I, when she'd be resting, we would go out, it was just, down one block from where the hotel was, and see the Christmas market, picked up some gifts for her on her behalf, because she was wanting to do that for Christmas this year, and tried to make lemonade out of lemons. But we are back home now. We've been back home for just over a week. As soon as I got home from getting her back here, I helped her on the flight. We were lucky to get business class. The insurance paid for business class because of where, breaking her femur. She had to be able to keep her legs straight. She had to be able to lay down. So they got her the lay down seat. And then they got one for myself as well, because I was going to be helping her as a non-medical assistant, getting to the restroom, giving her injections for the pain medication and the blood thinners, everything. The airline crew was amazing. They were so helpful. They were so kind and generous, really assistive to what we needed. My dad ended up staying in economy. My poor dad. He ended up staying in economy because my mom preferred to have me help her with like the bathroom and stuff. And also my dad's a little bit of a fall risk as well. He has some neuropathy and balance issues. So anyways, long story short, we got home. It was exhausting. I think I was in Germany for 3 days total before I turned around and came back. As soon as we get back on a Saturday. Sunday night, I test positive for COVID. I just wasn't feeling great. And I have not had COVID for the entire time that I know of. We had COVID in the house. Both my parents and my kids got COVID in last year, and I didn't somehow get it. So I got it this time. It was my time. My dad also got COVID. My mom did not. We don't know. We think it's from traveling. We have no idea how she didn't get it. But that completely wiped me out this past week. I was sleeping basically every chance I got. I had a severe headache, severe sore throat. I know most people have probably had COVID by now. It's old news. But for me, I felt like I was pregnant again because I was so exhausted. And then trying to, get my mom all the help she needed to the doctor's appointments. My husband was amazing. He took care of our 3 kids. My in-laws came down and took care of the kids while I was in Germany. Then my husband also was like fixing all kinds of assistive, like, grab bars in the bathroom for my mom and changing out shower heads and, getting stools and, just all the things you need to do when somebody is really needing mobile assistance. And so our family has just had a crazy 2 weeks. Plus my husband, this is his busiest time of year for work. He is a musician. And so him trying to hold down the domestic fort while I was sick or gone, my kids, all of their joy with, holiday celebrations and performances and whatever. My oldest son had belt testing at his Taekwondo studio. It's been so crazy. So I would appreciate any well wishes. If you pray, any prayers, any kind of good thoughts sent to our way. It's for my mom's recovery. She's got a fighter spirit, but she has moments where she gets depressed, because she was a baker and this was also her busy season. She's not able to bake for anybody. We could just use any well wishes that you could send our way. It's been a tough time, first with the car news and then with my mom's injury in a different country, and then scrambling to try to get the right people over there to support her emotionally as well as physically, get her back over here. And then once we got back, we got hit by my dad and I getting COVID. My middle son currently got COVID, so he's been quarantining with me. And then just the general busyness of holidays. So that has been what I have been busy with. And I'm hoping to get a couple of, standard videos in while also celebrating the holidays, New Year's resolutions, savings boxes are about to start up again for me with back to school and 52-week challenge and everything. So thank you to this community. You guys are always amazing, always supportive, and just I ask for a little bit of grace in the schedules as well as me sharing these stories. I know some people are only here for the cash stuffing, so thank you for giving me this space to kind of just explain where I've been and what's been on my mind and my heart these last 2 weeks. So Gonna close. We'll have one last little kind of reveal at the end of the video for where we're going on our trip. I'm not gonna play it out any longer, just gonna get it over with. And we will jump right into the cash stuffing. I'm just gonna take a quick break to reset up and then we will get started. Okay, we are back. So we are going to be doing the cash stuffing portion now. It's going to be 2 weeks, so the total amount is going to be quite a bit larger than we normally do. And I'm gonna try to do this with minimal talking just so we can get through it. And it's gonna be more of a, just cash stuffing. So today we're gonna be doing $4,480 and $1,450 of that is going to be placeholders, which represent the automatic transfers for some of my investment accounts. So here we go. Okay, so here's the 1,300, 1,450 in the placeholders. So I'm just gonna put those off to the side. That leaves us with 3,030 left in cash. So I'm just gonna start that right again because I'm pretty sure I have 15 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1,500. 50, 16, 50, 17, 50, 18, 50, 19, 50, 2,000, 50, 21, 50, 22, 50, $2,300. So 2,300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2,900, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 3,000, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So $3,030 after our initial hiccup. So for the few of you that might be new here, I am an attorney. I work for a law firm, but I do not practice law. I am in a tech role, also with risk management. So my position is considered staff level, but I've been working in this level for quite a while, so I'm pretty high up in my career. And so that's why I'm able to kind of cash stuff the amounts that I've been able to do. Okay, so starting with our sinking funds, gas. And part of this channel, again, is to show that no matter what income level you have, budgeting, and whether you do it through cash stuffing or just spreadsheets, which I do both, is always going to be beneficial for your finances. I know it seems hard to believe, but there are so many people who might have higher incomes that are still incredibly cash poor, living paycheck to paycheck with no retirement savings. And it's because usually they're buying stuff on really ridiculous things. Not to say that I don't buy ridiculous things. I definitely like my luxury items, but I have to save in other places so that I can comfortably afford those things. And that works at any level. It's all a matter of scale. Okay, so gas is going to be $300. So we're going to take 100, 200, and I'm going to take a couple of 50s because I know that I will need probably some smaller bills in here. Groceries is going to be $220. So 100, 150, 200, and $20. Milk delivery, I forgot to sweep because I didn't unstuff it for expenses. So I'm just going to take this money out and set it to the side. It is going to get $60. So 1, 2, 3. Our milk delivery guy, Mike, is very nice. We'll be getting a Christmas card from him pretty soon. We'll return a card to him as well. Eating out is going to get $160. So 100, 20, 40, 60. I'm going to take 20 and put that in my wallet. I'll insert a picture too for the little holiday box that I like to put out, thanking all of our delivery people, because we, as you know, I'm sure many households in the US have a lot of packages that are coming to us during the holidays. I know the delivery people are very crunched on time. They've got very strict deadlines. I know that they're overworked right now. And so it's just my way of trying to give back a little bit. I also try to consolidate my boxes when I can for Amazon. So here's the picture. I just love it when they stop. I can see them in the Ring doorbell sometimes. I just love when they stop and kind of like look and see what's there and then pick a couple things. Household is going to get $60. So 2, 3. Up until now, all of the envelopes have been swept, so I didn't count them, but I will start counting the total amounts now. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 75. So 175 plus I have the $63 check from Costco that will go back towards the Costco membership. Vehicle insurance is going to get 125, so 125. I'm sure our insurance will go up now that we have put in the claim for the vehicle, but that is life. Vehicle maintenance is going to get $100. So 100, 2, 3, 4, 550, 70, 90, 610, 30, 50, 70, 90, 710, 11. So $711 for vehicle maintenance. Subscriptions is going to get $40, so 20 and 40, 50, 60, 65, 6, 7, and 8. Gifts is going to get $100, so I'm going to do 20s here because I like smaller bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 50, 70, 90, 210, 30, 50, 70, 90, 300, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 309. And this is going to go towards teachers. Holidays is going to get $60. And this is usually more for holiday activities or decorations. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Or if I have some left over, maybe it'll go towards some like special food for holidays. We like to fondue for Christmas Eve. So I'll probably be using a little bit of that for the fondue meal. Timeshare is going to get $100. So we have a placeholder of $500 representing money already in the bank. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. So 1,200. And those dues are going to be coming up in January. Travel I'm going to hold off on now. It's going to be $250, but I'm going to stuff the travel binder. And health is going to get $400. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have another bill coming up for speech therapy. So 400, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 950, 1,000, 20, 30, 35, 36. And that will cut that almost in half again. All right, so that is it for the sinking funds. Investing is next. So I did go through and rebalance all of my investment envelopes, which I normally film in my month end. But I was really excited to share with you guys who've been with me that I was able to consolidate and add another $100,000 for my 401k. So now I am at $203,000 and $203,100 in my 401k. So that was really exciting to be able to do that. That's not to say that it won't go back down below $200,000 next month, just the way the stock market works. So, all right, anyways, I forgot to add in my $1,000 here. So 1,000 will get added, and I don't count this other than just doing it now until the ends of the month. And I do believe that I have now, with my bonus that just got deposited, have maxed out my 401k for the year. So that's great. 529 is going to get $150. So this one is a little bit annoying because I save $150 per paycheck every month for this. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the HSA. 529 is not annoying. That's just the college fund for my kids. I put $50 per kid in. The HSA is what I was really talking about. And this one gets $300 per paycheck. And what's nice about this is that it's pre-tax dollars for my basically preschool and daycare, except that it does not give you the amount up front, so I have to wait until the final $300 deposits in December 31st before I can claim what I paid for December. So it's fine. It just kind of throws off my December deposits a little bit. All right. Next up is going to be kids, and kids are going to get $160. So let's do 50, 50, and 320. So here's 160. I think I'm going to put 20. No, I don't think I have the envelope anymore. This is all going to go into this envelope. I used to have one in my wallet and I wasn't really using it, so I don't think I took it out. Allowance is going to get $15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So I'm doing $15 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Plus 6 is 21. Because I wanted to have the buffer that I always leave in allowance be equal to 7. And so when my son turned 7, I still only had $6 in there. So that just got it up to be even to the 7. Academics is going to get $50. So 100, 200, 50, 70, 90, 3, 10, 20, 30, 31, 2, 3, and 4. And this one I'm going to pay out in a little bit because the third session for Spanish Club is due. Athletics is going to get $50 as well. So 500, 6, 7, 750, 800, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I will probably take a little bit out of here because we just had our belt testing, and so there's fees every time we do that for the new belts. Enrichment is going to get $20. So 1, 2, 50, 3, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, and 3. So that'll be really fun. I might stop stuffing this once I hit 500. Just because I can't foresee needing more than 1 or 2 kind of family passes for the museums. And that is it for the investment binder. Next up is going to be my husband's binder, which apparently I have off camera. All right, so his personal is going to get $50. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 35, 6, 7, and 8. Grooming is going to get $20. So 50, 20, 40, no, 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 10, 11, and 12. Sartorial is also going to get $20. So that is 50, 70, 85. Business 1 is not getting stuff today. Business 2 is going to get $10. So 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, and 3. And business 3 is going to get a lot of money today. It's going to get $350 because his dues are coming. And I was a little bit short saving for these month by month, mostly because I wasn't really sure when the dues were. So I will be better at spacing these out a little bit more evenly. So 1, 2, 3, and a 50. So 300, 400, 500, 50, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So 690. All right, and that is it for his binder. Next up will be my binder. Keep that there. Okay, so personal is going to get $50, but I'm going to do a 20 and 3 10s. 2 of these 10s are going to go to kindness and gratitude. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is great. I had no idea that I had that much in there. And I'll put these in right now. All right, hair is not getting anything, nor is fashion, but beauty will be getting $40. So 20, 40, 65, 70. Professional dues is going to get $100. So let's see, let's do 50, 2 20s, and a 10. So we have a couple placeholders here, 100, 200, 300, 400, 50, 500, 50, 70, 90, 600, 10, 11, and 12. So I should be paying those quite soon. I think one is due in December and one is due in January. Okay, and then finally laser is going to get 120. So here's 120. Okay, so that leaves us with the travel binder, which is going to be $250. And we are going to be adding that to our activities, our food, our souvenirs, and our buffer. So, okay. So, I know a lot of you have been wondering, especially if you've been here for a long time, where we're going. So, we are going on our 15-year anniversary trip, and we are going to France and Morocco. So we're going to, our initial trip was to go to Morocco, which we hadn't even thought about until our travel agent basically told us, kind of came up with this sample itinerary, and it looked amazing. And we had thought we were just going to go to someplace like Hawaii or someplace warm. And we decided to do the more adventurous trip. So some of the clues I gave people is it's not in Europe. It has ties to France and Spain. So obviously there's been colonialization in Morocco. It's also right on the southern part of the Strait of Gibraltar. So a lot of Spanish and French influence. But we're really excited. We're going to go all around in Morocco. We've got a driver. We're staying in a couple of really, really nice places. We're going to do some hiking. We're going to go to the desert. So overall, just really excited to go. Cannot wait. And then because we don't have direct flights to either of the large cities, Casablanca or Marrakesh, from where we live, we are doing a layover in Paris, which was also a place that we thought maybe we would go for a trip. So it was kind of two birds with one stone. So we're flying over to Paris for the layover, and then we're going to do, I think it's 11 days in Morocco and 4 days in Paris. So anyways, my husband and I are so incredibly excited. We're just trying to get through all the craziness that just happened. We're scrambling to figure out, childcare while we're gone, but our family's been really supportive. They're saying, no, you absolutely have to still go. So yeah, that is where we're going. If you are from Morocco or if you have been to Morocco, let me know what some of your favorite things are. I know I am extremely excited to see the landscape and the food. I am so excited to try the food. So, yeah, let me know in the comments. All right, so activities, we are going to add another $100. So the nice thing about being working with a travel agent is that a lot of the things are coming in a package. So we got to pick and choose and really work with her as to what activities we want to do. So we wanted to do like a cooking class. We wanted to have dinner with a Berber family in the Atlas Mountains. We wanted to do kind of like a tasting tour in one of the Medinas. And so guided tours and museums and things like that. So all of that is really kind of wrapped up in a package. And there's only a couple of things that aren't part of the package. So that's why a lot of the lodging and the airfare has already been just placeholdered, because those were like some upfront fees. For the rest of what I'm saving for activities is mostly for France, which has not been included. And if there's always something I feel like that comes up. We've got some downtime even in Morocco that's not planned out. So, you know, we might be wandering and we might want to do, I don't know, maybe there'll be some experience that we want to do. Or another one is we did not book any spa services yet at one of the hotels. So we do have an afternoon where we want to do some spa services, but we haven't actually paid for them yet. So this money will go towards that too. So $1,500 is in the bank, and then $100 $350, $450, $70, $90, $500, and $5. So really $2,005 for activities. Food and drink is going to get $50. So for this, a lot of the meals have been covered. So that's why I also have like this placeholder. So we're going to add $50 to this. So $1,550 will be for the, I think there's 7 meals that aren't covered in Morocco, and then all of the meals in France, other than breakfast, is covered. I'm sorry, breakfast is covered in France. All of the other meals are not. So then let's see, we're going to do souvenirs. I'm not a huge souvenir person, but I don't want to show up and not have budgeted for it. I've heard from some people that depending on what you want to buy, there are some really amazing things in Morocco. We're stopping at some like collective farms. And so, you know, I know there'll be things that I want to get from, you know, some of the collectives or some of the local craftsmen. And I have no idea what that price might be. So 100, 2, 3, 4, 500, 50, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700. So one thing about this roll is it makes the money very, very curved. So that is going to drive me crazy while counting, but once I actually put it back in the bank, it won't make a difference. All right. And then finally, buffer. I'm going to add another $50 to the buffer because I always feel like, you know, you can never have enough for buffer because you just don't know where you're going to need it. So 500, 6, 750. All right. So I am going to unstuff the lodging placeholders because that has been, I did make another payment to the travel service. So that's $4,000. So that's going to cover Morocco. And then for France, I am covering the hotel with some Marriott points. I accrued a ton of Marriott points for my consulting days. So basically lodging and airfare is all taken care of. And then all these other things are just extras that we're doing. So that is that. Let me know again if you have any comments about Moroccan travel, experiences, food, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Happy shopping for Christmas if you are shopping for the holidays. It is definitely crazy where I am. I have noticed that over the weekends, all the stores were packed. So I'm hoping that I am totally done now. I just have a couple of stocking stuffers that I want to hit up, and everything else is all set. So I'm very happy. All right. Bye.